Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with Black Clover. Last time around we had The Water Girl Grows Up, where Noelle was working on her magic, trying to get better with her magic after being given the mission by Captain Yami that she was going to carry them all to the underwater temple. Her and Asta met a young girl named Kahono, who helped her control her magic, and eventually, she was able to successfully control her magic and create a new spell. And, then Kahono disappeared into the night, saying that she would see her again at the temple. So, there's mysterious things going on with Kahono. But, that was pretty much that. It was a really good episode, and I'm curious to see where we're going today. Like always, the reaction is down in the description and in the pinned comment for your viewing pleasure, so let's go ahead and jump right into this episode of Black Clover. Here we go. Alright, a Battle Royale, 9v9, which is strange, because there are 10 of them. There's 10 of the Black Bulls. We did not see Charmy. I don't think we saw Charmy. I guess I can look just real quick. I don't think we saw Charmy. And we also didn't see Yami. I mean, if I were to guess, it would kind of make sense to leave Yami out because he's their leader. Honestly, with him there as a Magic Knight captain, it gives them a very strong advantage, I feel like. I mean, granted, we don't know how strong the sea folk are, but I don't know. Meanwhile, Noelle has no attacks. Oh boy, she didn't have any attacks. She has protection stuff, but attacks. Ooh, she's gonna have to learn on the fly. She's gonna have to learn in the heat of combat. But I did like that moment when when it's the spell worked and they're on their way to the temple. I love Yami gives her a little head pat and is like, good job. And just in her head, she's just freaking out that he praised her. It's like, it's so great. You got praised by dad failure. Good friggin' grief, man. But yeah, what an interesting thing. I love that there are just people. There's just people down here, and there's just people, and they're pretty casual about it. I mean, they were excited to see new people, but it's just like, yeah, last time someone came down here was like 10 years ago, so I was like, okay. Makes you wonder who that was, but yeah, so that's really interesting, and yeah, just the fact that there's just people down here. I wonder if they are also people loved by Mana, because that's like the whole thing with the Eye of the Midnight Sun. But even still, I don't know, like how many of the Eye of the Midnight Sun are from that original tribe, basically. I don't know. We don't know all the details as of yet, so. But it's fine. But yeah, and I mean, it would make sense too. Because, they even said, some of the fish down there have evolved differently because of the mana that's down there. So it's entirely possible. I mean, that also means that these sea folk that they're fighting, the other team, is going to be incredibly strong too. So I don't know. I mean, we got to figure out. Of course, in the intro kind of spoils it a little bit, that the intro shows Beastman. What was his name? Do I still have it on here? Nope, it's on a different page. Oh well. But the Beast guy, he's gonna be a part of this at some point. I don't know. We're gonna have to find out. Maybe he went down there. I guess the thing is, if you're going to be down there, if you're going to be down there, then it has to be like I'm assuming the only way to get down there is with water magic. So maybe 10 years ago, the other person was Nozel. You know, he could have been the one that went down there. I don't know. But, and, you know, we have to assume that one of the masked people must be Kahono. So, I don't know. It's an interesting thing. It's definitely an interesting thing. I like that the priest is goofy. That's funny. I like that we're such a terrible team where it's just like, some of them are just like, let's just beat this guy up real quick and then, you know, steal the thing and get out of here. And the others are like, I don't really care about any of this. And it's just like, oh, that's so great. We are such a dysfunctional team, but now we gotta put in some work. You know, the funny thing too is, you know, like at the beginning when they're talking about like, oh, there must be, like Luck is talking about, there must be strong people down there that they can fight. That's true. And then, you know, Vanessa is looking for new drinks she's never tried before, and Charmy's looking for good seafood. Honestly, that probably is true too. They probably have that. It's like, man, all of their dreams are actually coming true in the underwater temple. So, the Lost Kingdom of Atlantis. But yeah, but I like that they just have that. Like, that's really funny. So, it's just a fun... It's like, yeah, there's people down here. I guess... In a sense, it's kind of like the Zora a bit, although they're not fish-like at all. So, but yeah, what an interesting like place. Honestly, you know, just this place, it does kind of remind me of like, and with like the architecture, it reminds me of almost like an old Doctor Who episode. Like, now we must go meet the sea people in their sea kingdom. In fact, there probably was an episode of like the really old stuff in Doctor Who where it's like, Here are the sea people that live under the ocean. It's just a bunch of white people in togas, you know? So, yeah, that probably is. That probably was a thing, so... I don't know. It's interesting. It's very, very interesting. Of course, it does kind of beg the question... I guess this sort of begs the question, how does Kahono go back and forth between the surface at Rockway and the underwater temple? Because we specifically had to use a water magic user, which she is not. She has song magic. And we had to do it, you know, on the night of the full moon. I guess, though, maybe if she's sea folk, if there's someone else there who is sea folk who has water magic, considering how concentrated all the mana is here, it's entirely possible, I guess, that that whatever water user is there is just that powerful that they can get through the mana currents even without the full moon. I guess it's possible. That does mean we're in a bit of trouble, though, because that's really friggin' strong, you know? And they said, like, it would be difficult for, you know, a first-class mage, basically. I would assume that would mean a Magic Knight captain to get through that at its full power, so... Yeah, slightly concerning, but still. But we got a battle royale, which is pretty cool. You know, honestly, I like this arc just in general, just because, you know, because the previous arcs that we've had, you know, we had the arc where it's like, okay, here's Asta, Noelle, and Magna, you know, and then we have Asta and Noelle, you know, going through the Capitol Riot stuff. We had the dungeon, which had Luck, you know, and then we had the Capitol Riot arc, which was them, you know, with all the other Magic Knights, and then we had the I don't even know what to call it, the children kidnapping arc, the Liched arc, which, you know, featured Gauche, and I like that now it's just like, all right, and now it's just everybody. It's just the entirety of the Black Knights except Gordon. So, sorry, Gore, he just can't make it. So, now it is interesting. I've neglected to mention it, but also in the intro, you know, we do see another character who is part of the Magic Knights, but obviously that's not a real person. However, I'm just assuming that's a different form that Gray is going to take, but I don't know. I keep waiting for that to happen because obviously they don't show Gray in the intro, so I need to see what that actually. What if that's Gray's true form? It's just they take on the big dude all the time just because they feel like it. You know, I don't know. I do want to get more of Gray, so I want to get more of everyone. So, and what a good opportunity. I mean, it's kind of it's almost like introducing a tournament arc, you know? Like, a lot of shonen will do that, where it's like, hey, we need a big arc that'll, sell, that'll be really appealing in Shonen Jump, and it is a good way of showing off all the characters. Tournament arc. So many shows do a tournament arc, you know? And this, while not exactly a tournament arc, it's more of a battle royale, but this is perfect for showing off everyone in the Black Bulls. So even though a number of them have been significantly shown off already, I mean, we've shown off, obviously Asta and Noelle, but then we also did Magna and Luck and Gauche and Captain Yami. So it's like we have a good number of them shown off already, and we've seen a little bit of Charmy, but we need to show off more of Vanessa, which I guess that could be taken multiple ways. We've already seen a lot of Vanessa, if you take it that way, but we need to see more of her. We need to see more of Finral. That man needs to figure out how to fight. I don't know. I hope he does, but we need to see more Charmy. We need to see more of Gray, definitely. But yeah, all of them. So I'm really curious to get more of that. So I might as well just quit yapping and go watch the next episode already. So that is basically it. With all of that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. There's a bunch of links on screen if you want to go click around any of those. There's a playlist with all of my Black Clover reactions, as well as another video you can go click on if you want. There's also a subscribe button and a Patreon button on screen, as well as other links in the description if you want to go check out any of those. See you guys later.
I've been crying for hours, baby.